What's up, Internet? My name is Lamar Engel, and you are watching The Wine Militia. Well, today we've got a really special episode. May the 4th be with you. Yes, it may look like George Lucas just threw up here, but what we're gonna do today is we're gonna incorporate a character from Star Wars with a wine. We're gonna match and pair that wine with that character. We like doing things a little bit different here. We're tired of the boring way that the wine world has been portraying wine, so we need a little bit of a different shakeup. Not that there's anything wrong with the way that wine is being presented today. I'm all about it, don't get me wrong, but sometimes you need to just turn the world upside down a little bit, get a different perspective, and deliver it in bite-sized doses that make us sip on it a little bit more frequently. I'm gonna play a couple of sound bites from some characters. I want you guys to see if you can guess, and then we'll reveal the wine.
Did you hear that? They shut down the main reactor. We'll be destroyed for sure.
That's right, C-3PO.
How typical.
The droid that has been in every single Star Wars film on the franchise. I gotta tell you right now, this cat is super intelligent, knows the most languages out of all the characters in the Star Wars films, is a little bit annoying. He's a little bit disjointed in a couple films, if you know what I mean. And I gotta tell you, in small doses, he starts to grow on me a little bit. He does have a heart of gold, and he's super international because of, the fact that he knows all these different languages. What better wine to celebrate the character of C-3PO than the Stony Hill 2013 Chardonnay? Gorgeous Chardonnay, a little bit mineralic, has a lot of fruit characteristics, not overly oaked. This is a Chardonnay, like one of those moments in the movie where C-3PO is all of a sudden found himself in the lap of luxury of the Ewoks.
Darth Vader.
That's the C-3PO we love.
So, to C-3PO, little Chardonnay. For our next character, this one is a little bit more devious.
I take it you have no love of the Empire.
So if you haven't guessed it yet, this is a clone by the name of Boba Fett.
Bounty hunters.
He's the son of a clone named Jango Fett. He's one of the most mysterious, ominous characters in the saga itself.
And if you're not careful, he's got a couple tricks up his sleeve, his belt, his rocket, he's ready to rock. This guy has all sorts of crazy going on with it.
And what better wine to pair crazy with crazy and cult following with cult following than Shinon. Now, if you're not familiar with Shinon, this is a little bit of a different kind of wine. It's Cabernet Franc from the Loire Valley in France, and this is dynamite. This is a high-acid grape, Cabernet Franc, not like the Napa and Sonoma Cabernet Francs that we know so well, but this is a little bit more lean, a little bit more mysterious, and it kind of plays a little trick on you. A lot of people I know, a lot of sommeliers I know, geek out over this. It's got its own little cult following. They don't want you to know that this is the best deal under $20 that you'll find. Good Shinon, $22, under $20, no problem, easy drink, easy find, easy to get into the cult of the bounty hunter, if you know what I mean. Now, you can't talk about Boba Fett without talking about this next guy.
Laugh it up, fuzzball.
That's right, Han Solo. This guy is the pirate of all pirates. He's a little bit of a rebel.
Little bit sassy, a little bit spicy. He's got a little bit of an attitude. He needs a little bit of an attitude adjustment.
Sometimes he has to use humor to get himself out of tight situations. I think he's got a good fashion sense. He looks a little reminiscent like Indiana Jones.
If I don't say so myself, and that reminds me of our friend
Vacaras. From the Côte d'Rhône. If you're not familiar with the Rhône Valley, get in touch with Vacaras. Definitely a little bit spicy, got some fruit-forward notes, and he knows how to get the job done. He might even be the leader of the revolution, if you know what I mean. So keep your eye open for the Rhône, keep your eye open for Vacaras, and let Han Solo be proud of you. enjoy this while driving the Millennium Falcon. Like you're
What is this? What is this? I don't even know what this is.
Is it more like this than this? So disappointing. Han Solo, I love you. I know.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
Princess Leia is one of the hottest women you will ever see in your lifetime.
She can kick so much booty, she'd make you look like a pansy.
This particular woman is the leader of the rebellion. She is the reason why the alliances came together to fight Darth Vader and the Sith.
I'm just getting tired of not drinking, so let's go ahead and let's dive in. Yeah! So good. Okay, here's the deal.
We've got a little minor family Iliad, which is a Rhone-style white wine with Rhone Valley white varieties growing here in Napa. Now, what white wine varieties are we talking about? We're talking about Viognier, we're talking about Marsanne, Roussanne, we're talking about Picpoul, we're talking about a lot of different things here. Yes, and that's what I'm talking about. A little bit of Princess Leia in a glass. Tons of fig, a little marzipan. Oh yeah, I get a little bit of burnt lightsaber on this one, just a hair.
I knew it was gonna get ridiculous, I knew it!
Hey, easy. That's right, Chewbacca the Wookiee.
Let's go!
Now, a little fact about Chewbacca. Chewbacca was the first soundbite that Ben Burtt had to come up with before they even started filming the entire film itself. He saw the screenplay, looked at the script, and said, oh my gosh, I have to come up with a couple different sounds that are gonna sound like this creature's voice. So you know what he came up with? A bear and a walrus. Now, Chewbacca is not someone you want to mess with. He's a little bit temperamental. He's got a little bit of an attitude. That's why he likes to hang out with Mr. Han Solo himself. He has a lot of heart. He comes from a very old lineage, a very old root system in terms of who he is, where he came from. Now, the Wookiees have a lot of love for the Jedi, but you know what they don't love? They don't love being compared to the Ewoks. That's one of the reasons why we picked this particular wine. This is Hendry Primitivo.
Now you're probably wondering, what the heck is Primitivo anyways, Lamar?
Well, I gotta tell you, it is not one thing. Everybody says,
Oh, Primitivo, it's kind of like Zinfandel.
no, it's not. This isn't Zinfandel. Chewbacca's not an Ewok. Chewbacca's a Wookiee. He's a Primitivo. That's right. A lot of leather component to it. Lots of raspberry, the briar fruit, just fresh raspberry, like you're picking it off of the vine. Like gun muzzle. Like, you know, the old school Civil War ones? Like I was there, don't ask. Fireworks, 4th of July, or July 1st if you're Canadian.
Okay, we did it first.
Solo Thotlubaque Chalia.
Oh, this next character reminds me of somebody in real life that I'm gonna get in a lot of trouble yet again. Oh, Jabba. Jabba the Hutt, one of the most conniving, evil, sinister villains of Star Wars because he's a backstabber. He goes back on his word. He has a harem of crazy people and happens to have some pretty good costume designers for Princess Leia. You know what I mean? He is all about instant gratification. He's all about starting them young. That's kind of like this wine that we decided to pair this with. Now, if you don't drink wine and you kind of like Star Wars a little bit and Jabba the Hutt kind of resonates with you, I've got the wine for you. It's Franzia. Franzia White Zinfandel.
Now nothing says I love you like a little bit of Franzia. Now Franzia White Zinfandel? That's me pouring, not... Stop it, I know what you're thinking.
Yeah, it's got a spout on it. It actually lasts, it says, for 6 weeks after opening. That's a sin. I don't think that's okay. You shouldn't have to say that. That's not okay. But in all fairness, this is actually one of the most efficient ways to store wine. Now, if there was an apocalypse and all the wine that you had in the world was in a bag, you'd be okay for a while. But yeah, there's a bag in there, it collapses, gravity's your friend. But there's nothing romantic about this spout, ever. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pretend I'm a sommelier right now, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna drop this load right on you.
Would that be all, monsieur? Is this your wine? It's the 2018 White Zinfandel from Franzia. Did I get the right box, sir? Yes? Good, enjoy.
You know what? I will enjoy. I'm gonna have a little Franzia right now. So cheers to you, Jabba the Hutt. Thank you for making more of this beautiful wine. Enjoy.
I get a lot of hurt. I get a lot of selfish desire. Get a lot of anger. And peach.
Most of us recognize that last sound as the Dark Man himself, Darth Vader. If you were 6 or 7 years old and watched this movie for the first time at a birthday party, you ran home and peed your pants. This guy was known to crush people with his hands. He's evil, he's mysterious, he's conniving, he's definitely hell-bent on one thing, trying to get Luke Skywalker in his hold. He wants to apprentice Luke Skywalker so bad. I can't pair this character without at least giving a nod to one of the big, bold, beautiful wines that we know of so well, Cabernet Sauvignon. Now this little Cabernet Sauvignon is from a little winery in Napa called St. Clair Brown. Yeah, that's right. There's no label on here. It's just a little tag. It tells you a little bit about them. But they don't need any introduction, just like this guy. Their Cabernet Sauvignon is brooding, it's inky, as it comes in with a big attack. Just like the first time you saw Darth Vader enter into the scene.
That's just Tito, wants you for parts. He's no respect for anyone.
That's right. A new character has just been introduced to the Star Wars franchise, Rey. Not only is a female heroine now put on the center stage in the Star Wars movies, but she has a little companion, BB-8. I love that. And Rey seems to be literally just that. A little bit of beam of light that is starting to break through in somewhat of a dark time in the Star Wars world. This character has a lot of hope, has a lot of forlorn destiny, and then has a lot of refreshing perspective on life itself. Without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pair Rey from Star Wars to our friend Chenin Blanc from South Africa. This is called Protea. Now Protea is a funny little wine that exudes a ton of citrus fruits, pear, honeysuckle, white blossom. We love this wine. This wine chilled for a little bit, pound it, you're gonna enjoy it.
How old you've become. Something far worse has happened to you. You know what I've come for. The man, Skywalker. I know your father.
I mean, come on. Are you kidding me right now?
Now Kylo Ren is completely unpredictable. He's full of anger, bitterness, but still has a little bit of hope in him. You know, some of the things that I love about this character are really the teen angst. He's got a little bit of punk rock in him.
Which you know I love. Love me a little punk rock.
He's got this crazy lightsaber that you can't even call a lightsaber.
Because it is so jostling, it is so disjointed, it is so just unpredictable and completely dangerous from the way he constructed it.
That makes you start to wonder if this guy's all upstairs, if he's all there. He's darker than this guy.
It's brooding. It's deep and inky. His soul needs more than an exorcism, if you know what I mean. This guy needs some serious hugs.
And for that reason, I'm pairing Mr. Kylo Ren with a Petite Sirah from Magical Family. An incredible, hard-working family that has been killing it, making multiple varieties. But for this particular one, Kylo Ren, Petite Sirah. This is Petite Sirah. Don't be fooled by the term petite. Yeah, it's youthful. He's working through some things.
But this guy will kick you all up in the face.
My wampa fur, huh? Like that?
Behave.
I gotta tell you, as I was pouring, I'm getting blown away by wafts of dark, dark fruit. I don't even know what kind of dark fruit yet, but we're gonna find out. This is like dark cacao beans, like those very dark chocolate beans, black cherries, cherry compote, blackberry, a little seedy. It's got a little seediness to it, almost like a sesame seed. Choke cherries. Don't know what choke cherries are? Check it out. Choke cherries. Just like that. Kind of a little Fernet thing going on as well. All you hipsters that love the Fernet in the San Francisco. Magical Petite Sirah with Mr. Kylo Ren himself. Enjoy the angst. Thanks you guys for watching. I hope you guys had a lot of fun with these 10 wines.
If you guys liked what you saw, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment. You know, I love to comment back, so go ahead and take me up on it because this is one of my favorite topics.
And may the Force be with you. May the 4th be with you all. Enjoy, you guys.
I used to have a little figurine, a little Boba Fett figurine, and if you push the backpack, the little rocket would go flying. But I could never find the rocket after I fired it off the first time.
I happen to love Chewbacca so much. I'm sold out for him. I really am. Yes, I know what you're thinking. Do you go out in public like that? Absolutely. I do. I do actually go out in public like this.